Hi, this is Trevor Chalmers, and I'd like to take roughly 4 to 5 minutes to quickly walk through the mini lab packet, hopefully clear up any questions you may have. If you do still have some questions at the end of this video, please feel free to email me and I'll do my best to answer your questions or refer you to the right person. So here's our packet. I'm going to quick scroll through this, kind of point out some of the key pieces and look at some supporting documents that are also embedded in this and hopefully clear this up for you. So first, thanks for participating in the off-cycle mini learning labs, and hopefully this opportunity helps you out, gets you in some other classrooms and supports our growth as instructors. So here's the first title page. The next page just really talks about our intentions behind this, and it's really just to increase our understanding of the framework for teaching, support teacher collaboration, and then just get us engaging in the reflective practice of our instruction. One thing I do want to point out is that we still need to complete the SLOs, so the student learning objectives on Frontline, as part of our requirements for the evaluation. This next page is just a checklist. So kind of follow through these items on what you need to do. There's 3 documents embedded on this. One is the 4 domains, and so you're probably used to seeing this before. So that's all that is, in case you need that to reference. The second is a PDF with the critical attributes for each domain. This is a lengthy PDF, but it does give you a nice frame of reference, some perspective on what the quality instruction looks like for these specific domain and components, and then the elements within those components. So what that looks like is something like this. So you may find like domain 1C, setting instructional outcomes. That could be like our learning targets that we're working on. You like that, Liz? And here is the unsatisfactory and basic levels for instructional outcomes. And so it gives you an idea of what that looks like, as well as proficient and distinguished levels. So it gives you an idea as we're working on these learning targets, or whatever item you might be considering for growth, what that should look like. And the last item here is just for recording evidence when you do sit on your colleague's classroom, just a document to record some of your evidence. Next page is just some norms. So, what we should expect of each other in this process, how we should ask questions using notice and wonderings, just so it's judgment free. So I'll give you some examples there. And then this is our kind of pre-visit questionnaire. And again, this is just a house you're thinking, just a spot to record some of your ideas, areas of growth, what goals you might have for the lesson you're going to use, how you might consider that successful, and how you might collect some evidence in that process. So again, this document is yours to keep. So the information that you're recording here is for you and you only. There's nothing to be submitted here. So it's just really to guide your thinking as you go through this collaboration. This part here is what you would fill in after you have taught your lesson. So this top box is, so I teach my lesson, and then I just want to reflect on how I think it went based on what my goals were and what I considered it going to be successful. And then the second box is, what I would fill in after I have observed my colleagues. So some questions that I might have around the best practices. And then finally, once you have a chance to sit down again with your colleague after you've both spent time in each other's classrooms and you get a chance to dialogue around that, so what are the things that you're noticing or thinking about now? And then finally, we always want to carry this work forward. We don't want this just to be an event, so we're hoping that we can kind of consider some ideas that we might want to use to grow in that area. What is it that I might change, and what might be something that I saw in my colleague's classroom that I'd like to use going forward. And finally, the document wraps up with just a lot of frequently asked questions, and so hopefully that clears up some stuff as well. So again, just want to increase our understanding of the framework for teaching, get into each other's classrooms and start collaborating in that capacity, and engage in reflective practice. Again, the last thing that you need to remember is you still need to do this slow. This document's yours, so use it how you feel best, and it's just there to collect your thinking so you can reference it going forward. Nothing to turn in. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, and I'll do my best to answer them. But this packet was something that we hoped would help guide you, and when I say we, the Danielson Committee, would help guide you in this collaboration. Hope that helps. Thanks.